was a little too stuffed, had to lose a few pounds. Pants too tight, seams busting out. Just had a big burrito with beans and rice, the salsa on top with some extra spice. Lots of extra spice. Out there in the bathroom when the air gets heavy, sat on a cold seat, thought I was ready. Working on crosswords and reading the news. Working on a bowel move. Trying to move some backed up drive-through food. Working on a bowel move. And it was taking time.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, into the close on Wednesday, middle of the week of triple witching OPEX week. They bankrupt big accounts in these kind of weeks, not just small ones, but big ones. And today was very interesting as, well, get a little recap as we go into the close here. That December Bulls warning I told you about with the SPY fake print. And, what's a fake print? What's a fake print? That fake print that we saw there back on November 28th. The fake print, 673.72. Well, today, going into this, I was talking about upside awareness, looking for a failure to occur. We came close. We came really close yesterday, having reached that 50-day moving average over there on the SPX, giving you a little animated GIF so you could see both charts at the same time. And we almost got that perfect fake print. So, good enough for government work. So, we spent 30 minutes over there on the 50-day moving average on Tuesday. We were oversold. We had the QQQ. We had everything going. So what we're looking for is a bounce to the upside, and then a failure up there so that we could get a play on the call credit spreads for the move down. And things looked good. They looked really good as we were heading into the early part of the morning, right around 5 o'clock. Plan on seeing 6840s, QQQ 616s, and IWM, that should be, not QQQ, the 252s. You really want to get a perfect entry, just watch for 68.45. Then shop for your favorite call credit spread. 68.55, 68.50 has been paying all month long. And here we were at 5 o'clock in the morning. We were already at 68.1230. We were pushing on to 68.25. I'm not sure whether or not we were already up there over here on the S&P futures. We peaked right around 6, couple of points higher, so very close to that 68.25. And then Oracle came out and just went absolutely...
You're a bastard.
Oracle's $10 billion Michigan data center in limbo after Blue Owl funding talks stall. The Bulls just got kicked in the balls with that one. And I tweeted out, Blue Owl loves Oracle deal. And for those of you that are too young, too unexposed, go watch Wall Street. The original movie there with Gordon Gekko. You got little Charlie Sheen in the movie. You'll learn a lot of things that are still tried and true to today, even though it's been more than 30 years since that movie came out. But this is where you fell out, right here around 10:18 in the morning. Closing bell has rang. We'll go get a look. But yeah, U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent, 38% of Americans don't own stocks. We aim to get that to 0. Well, you're going to get their fucking accounts to 0. That's for damn sure when you introduce the universal basic income after everything goes tits up next year. But here he was live, 10:18 in the morning, and the reaction over on the SPX as we go take a look over at that again as we've closed just above that 67.13 was right here, right over here, 10:15, 10:20, 10:30, and then that was it. That was it. They ripped that 20-day moving average apart, dropped your ass back down to the 50-day moving average. You spent 5 minutes there thinking, maybe, and then it was completely disheveled down into that SPY fake print, which really, I mean, it just doesn't get better than that as it came right on down through that 673.80 for the perfect C equals A, right through the fake print, and now we're nearly touching the 123.6 extension as we go in to Micron, reporting earnings here in the next couple of minutes, and we might even be able to catch that on screen. But as you walked over to your big indexes, here's your big move on the VIX, going up to say hi to 1811. Hi, how you doing? As it was weak all morning long. And notice this, how you didn't have anything bad coming out. You already had the Oracle news, but they went ahead and they dumped the VIX prior to the open because today's the VIX expiration date. Like I said, OPEX weeks will rip you to shreds. Quadruple OPEX weeks will absolutely destroy you. And look at this big ass ABC in progress over here on the QQQ, busting that 603.59, which happens to be plus 50% from the April lows, and just coming down here to make a visit to 600. Why? Because there's a lot of people with stops that would be right there at 600. And then you come over to your IWM after DIA, which DIA being the stronger index, not making very strong moves to the upside or to the downside. And here is your IWM. Look at that. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Almost, it's still green on the month. Still green on the month, which would be the 8th consecutive month, which makes no fucking sense whatsoever. But here you are still 1.5 points high, green, for the month of December. So that's what you got there, your 1811. So let's go take a look real quick. Just a glance over at what's happening over on the other side of things, because you've got Palantir, 50-day moving average busted, about to make a bearish move, breaking down below 174. However, everybody is oversold. Everybody's oversold like a hooker at Mardi Gras on Navy Week. Everybody's oversold. Look at your NVIDIA failure, back down to 180, 181, and here you are just hanging right over there on the November lows, right above that 169.65 pivot. You got your NVIDIA conference tomorrow, and here's your Micron, and let's see what Micron's doing right now. Oh my God, look at that. Micron has saved the fucking world, just like it was supposed to, because once again, as you come out, you're going to get your buy the fucking dips, because you've just closed red 4 days in a row, and you just went minus 1% today. So enjoy yourselves, enjoy your Wednesday night, and I am off to a wedding which starts here in about 3 hours, and I'm going to see whether or not I can convince him to get on a motorcycle and just make a run for it.